Hello, I'm Ricky Westbrook, and I will be presenting my engaged activity today on the constant decline of teacher employment in schools across the state of Arkansas. So, as we all know, we this global pandemic has pretty much ruined everything, but also has forced many teachers and slash staff to either get away from their comfort zone or like teach a different curriculum or to completely resign or retire. So teachers, I believe that teachers serve a critical purpose towards the future because they're the ones who get us ready for life and for for life and give us the knowledge we need in order to be successful. Um Without teachers, I wouldn't be where I am today. I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't be where y'all are because y'all, of course, especially teenagers my age and the kids that's upcoming. But today, I will cover how people can contribute to this, what they can do in order to get justice back for these teachers, and what can happen if the state ignores this issue. So, first off, I believe that in order to get the attention from the Arkansas Department of Education, I believe that a petition probably needs to be created. More educators across the state have been laid off this summer as the result of the coronavirus pandemic and its historic economic fallout, and there are more to come. Because of this pandemic, state income and sales tax revenue has decreased, and without congressional bailout, even more teachers are at risk of losing their jobs in the upcoming months. So as I was researching this, it's a little bit of the bias is not whether or not teachers should be maintaining their jobs because that's like they well I guess you could say there's a little bit of bias in there, but more of the bias is coming from whether or not they should keep schools open or whether or not they should go vir- uh, virtual the whole way. Um, some people that said they should reopen schools suggested that um, students can go, but you just need to have a limited number of students in per classroom and they probably need to be more than 6 feet away. Like they said, around 8 or 9 feet. And on the opposing side, people that just wants them to go, just wants the schools to go virtual. Obviously, they just think that no matter what you do, you could wear your mask, you could be 6 feet or greater away from somebody. You cannot cough, sneeze, do nothing. It's just somebody's gonna end up getting it anyway. So there's pretty much the bias into this. And as I was doing some research about this, I found that Catherine Strunk, who was a researcher that has studied education labor markets, she said that Arkansas state legislatures are waiting to set their budgets after Congress decides later this month whether to provide another stimulus package to schools, which means a great mass amount of teachers could lose their jobs right before or possibly after the school year starts. And laying off teachers is an emotionally fraught and demoralizing process for a community, which I actually agree with her on that because I think that the more teachers that are lost, um, the outcome of the students' performance will be lower. Like the grades will start slipping and stuff like that, and yeah. But in Little Rock alone, there are numerous teachers who are refusing to teach in person classes, and it's causing them to lose their jobs, all because they want to take care of themselves and put the students out of exposure to the virus. That can be proven biased by the Arkansas um, Department of Higher Education because why are teachers being fired because they choose to teach virtually because they're aware of the health of them and the students. So you could argue that there could be a little bit of bias right there. So there have also been protests from teachers against the reopening of public schools, as I discussed earlier. Some people are opposed to this, and this tactic has shown to eventually get teachers and instructors fired and even some caused the creation of petitions, as I discussed earlier, by the students in order for justice in our state's education system. It's also been claimed by the union that schools and classrooms are not being adequately cleaned and that many students and employees are not wearing masks properly. So there's the other side of this issue. So some people believe that they should just go all virtual all the way through because of the environment, not the environment, because of the classrooms, and and other people think they should reopen schools because they want their child to get the in-person experience, and they feel like since their child is getting the in-person experience, that they'll learn better and they'll perform better. But and some people just they don't have a choice, so they have to send their kids to school. But that's why I think the importance of these teachers come in. That's why I think the teachers, whatever the teacher decides to do, no one should have a problem with that. At the end of the day, they're still teaching. It just has to be in a different form because of this pandemic. So that's where a lot of the bias and issues are coming from, whether or not they should teach in person or virtually. But all in all, today I covered the importance of having teachers employed throughout the state and what needs to be done in order to maintain the public learning and education of students as far as getting these teachers' jobs back. I also explored the possibilities that could ultimately cause even more teachers to lose their jobs and how it negatively affects both them and the community as a whole. These teachers do need their jobs, but it's up to us to make the decision on whether or not we want to act on it.